Okay, mate. Well, the deal is done. Work permit secured, which is great news. Okay, Brian. Well, look after yourself, and we'll see you in January next year. Okay, mate. Dirk, I think I just signed the first member of our Champions League winning team. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 4, Episode 7 here at Sheffield Wednesday as we look to lead the team to Champions League glory. And today, 2 games in the Premier League against Norwich and Leicester as we look to try and we'll secure European football, if not Champions League football for next season. But the big news since last episode is I'm fairly confident I have signed the first member of our Champions League winning team. 17-year-old centre-back Brian Rivas. We've signed him for 1.8 million from Junior in Colombia. He is a Colombian. He arrives, you can see, in January of next year. We're going to wait for him to turn 18, obviously, before he gets here. We've signed him as a regular starter. Ideally, that wouldn't be the case. He's on 22 and he will be on 22.5 grand a week. Work permit is secured. Let's have a look at him. And look at that for a 17-year-old defender. He is very, very well-rounded physically. Good decisions, good bravery. Positioning, for a 17-year-old is not bad. Tackling, passing, marking, heading, it's all there. He's got good vision, everything. And he's 17. Absolute star of the future, I have no doubt about it. And if we look at the scout report, scouts absolutely love him to pieces. And I'm really, really confident that we've signed the first member of our Champions League winning team. I mean, he's been playing, this is his 3rd season playing top flight football and he's 17. He's an absolute star of the future. I have no doubts about that. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again. But if this guy develops as it looks as though he should, we really do have a very, very solid defender in our hands indeed. So I'm really, really happy. They're getting for 1.8 million as well. What a bargain that could prove to be. Alright, now there are 3 games to catch you up on since last episode. Now we'll do the catch up. Let's begin with our Premier League game even, against newly promoted Bristol City. We took the lead when Antonio Marin crossed for Castrati. Deli Bajiru made it 2-0 after half-time before a Bazunu error gifted Bristol City a goal back. So we deserve to win this game, there's no doubt about that, but the Bazunu error, and he has not been quite as, he hasn't been bulletproof this year, old Bazunu. We deserve to win. His error made it a little bit nervous for us, but Castrati continues to score goals for fun. Deli Bashiru came into midfield, and like he tends to do, just took his chance, scored a goal, played well for us. And maybe not the most convincing 3 points, but 3 points nonetheless. Next up, it was the FA Cup replay against Reading. We were terrible when we played them at their place. Let's see if it could be any better at the replay. And sadly, we could not. We are out of the FA Cup. We went out on penalties. A bit of a strange one to review this. But yeah, we did lose it on penalties. 0-0 again through 90 minutes. We just really struggled to break them down. We did go down to 10 men. Which didn't help. It was a really tough game to try and get a team out. We had so many just injuries and fatigued players. I need to probably update you on injuries as well, don't I? You can see we didn't play badly necessarily. We just couldn't take chances. 12 shots, 1 on target. Nabian and McLaughlin up there couldn't get the job done. I think, did we take off McLaughlin at one point? Yeah, we brought Solanke on. It just wasn't meant to be this season. We just could not get a solid enough team out in hindsight. Down to 10 men. We still had a threat, but we just wasn't meant to be. Next up was back in the Premier League against West Ham. We went in front midway through the first half when Lewis Cook played in Castrati to continue his great season in front of goal. And we went 2-0 up when Taimon crossed for Abel Ruiz. West Ham pulled one back in first half stoppage time. And then took a point late on. So, not for the first time this year, we throw away a 2-goal lead. To be honest, in the end, we were probably lucky to, you can see from XG, lucky to even take a point from the game. It was a really strange game. We started so well, and they got that goal just before halftime, and then it just felt like a game that no matter what we did, we were going to be struggling to win it. I didn't make any subs. Maybe I should have done some more on that front. But we just threw away another 3 points, which we can't afford to do, obviously. But to have a quick look, West Ham, they are a decent side. They're just outside the European places, which makes it all the more frustrating in a way. If we had one, obviously, there's extra 2 points. They drop a point. We are maybe still in that Champions League battle. We had this game against Norwich first up today is a game in hand. So if we win that, we go 5th. We get ourselves only 2 points back of Manchester City for that last Champions League spot. But I do feel out of all the cups now, we can focus on the league. I almost think we'd be better off playing Europa League football rather than going straight into the Champions League. But obviously, we'll take Champions League if it does come about. Now, I want to show you the medical centre because, we've had an international break, so we've had a lot of time now that the squad is back. Well, you can see there's no fatigue players, so that is massive. Obviously, we don't have cup games anymore. Injuries, Marin is out for a little while. He's out for, about a month 2 months at the time, so he's got about another 2 weeks to a month before he comes back. Gustavo Meyer, he got injured. He's been out for a week already. He's about another week or so away. So that leaves us a little bit thin in wide areas. And James Garner, he's been out for a little while. He's out for about a month all up. He's on his way back, but we've been missing him for a little while. So everything combined, fixture pile up, injuries hasn't helped. But as you can see, we've got a clean slate now, and we can look to go and have a strong finish to the season. We are facing Norwich. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1. Now, we had this guy at Leeds, didn't we? Ante Coric. We did. He wasn't very good for us at Leeds, though. He's one of those guys that looks really good. One of my sort of players, actually, that's just a good creative player, but didn't really do it for us. But this is the team we're sending out. It's Bazunu in goal. This is what I am beginning to think is our best 11. So it's Bazunu in goal. It's Timon, MB, Carmo, and Da Prato as the back four. McCrory in behind, Cook as a deep line playmaker. Now, I know Citizen Nev was saying he couldn't never get him to play well as a deep line playmaker. We'll give him I've got to figure it out, in a way for myself, but it's been noted. It has been noted. But we'll see how he gets on next to Hannibal in midfield. If these two can work, they'll be brilliant. But we've seen Hannibal has struggled this season, only playing 6.6 as an average rating. He needs to be better. Edwards and Castrati are two heroes in wide areas. Ruiz goes up top. And, let's see if we can beat Norwich. So in their lineup is Neco Williams. No doubt he will be coming back to score against us, which is annoying, isn't it? You just take it for granted. He wasn't very good for us. He, of course, will be brilliant for them. This is a good opportunity to show the pundits they're right to back you up. We're going to take pressure off the performance. We seem to do better when that's the case. We'll point our fingers. We'll say we have faith in them to make the difference, and we'll get out there. And here we go. Now, a little bit of other news is that Dawson has signed a new extension at the club. He became happy again to... Edwards is injured. So, Diangana is the obvious replacement as an inverted winger. Edwards, hopefully that's not serious. So we'll make that change. Yeah, what I was saying, Dawson signed a contract extension, 18.5 grand. He was happy to stay again. He sort of got over his little wanting to leave thing. And to be honest, he's almost the perfect number 2 for us. We know he's there. He's happy to be a backup. He's not complaining about game time being a backup. And we'll continue to sign a number 1 until we can get some of our youngsters coming through that are all promising, but they're all sort of 4-star guys, which is maybe a little bit annoying. Now, can we have a highlight here, please, game? As this game just rapidly ticks past. Let's try exploiting the middle, looking for overlaps, and see if that works for us. Do we have anything, please, boys? No, we're just going to have a highless half, are we? All right, perfect. Defensively solid, if we're looking for positives, but not happy with that, boys. Not happy. We'll pump our fists and look to get a little bit more from them. Yeah, let me have a think about this. There's no way to see how they're playing in mid-game, is there? I'm wondering if we look to exploit the flanks. We'll go back up to a higher tempo. Let's go and counter-press them. If they're not threatening us, I'm not scared. Scared's probably the word to get too high a lineup. We'll give this a 5 or so minutes, and I think what we might do is just look to switch to out-and-out wingers. Here we go with Carmo. Forward there for Cook. What can he do? He's got Diangana. First real look at him in a Sheffield Wednesday shirt. Goes back to Da Prato. He gets a cross in. It's towards Castrate. Castrate's in. Castrate for once this season. Can't find the back of the net. But it was a highlight, which is more than we can say for the rest of the game. Here we go with Mb for Timon. It's there for Cook. Hannibal. He gets it forward to Castrate. He's got a little bit of space to run into. He's got half the Norwich team around him. He's got Diangana wide. He beats one. Diangana unleashes. Oh, and it's gone in off the crossbar. It's going to be an own goal. But Diangana deserves full credit for that. It was a wonderful shot. What a way to introduce yourself. It's very harsh on their goalkeeper. It's very harsh on Diangana. It deserved to be a goal. It would have been a goal. The season contender. Cuts in on his left foot. He is, of course, left-footed. Oh, it's so unlucky. It's just unlucky all round, isn't it? Everybody would have been happier if that had just gone straight in. Let's back it off to positive. And we've got a little bit of defending to do here. Max Aarons with a throw for Cantwell. Cross in. Can we get that away? McCrory does well. Can Cook get to it? Go on, mate. Not quite. Diangana's picked up an injury now, over celebrating the assist on the goal, perhaps. Now, the problem we have with that, Hannibal pounces. All right, he's got Ruiz with him. What's he going to do? He goes himself. He didn't really have options, did he? Ruiz maybe needed to be a little bit more advanced. All right, what we can do is we can bring on Solanke. Or we'll bring on Solanke. I think Solanke, maybe we like him a little bit more as the focal point. We'll try Ruiz out there as an inverted winger and see how that goes for us. We haven't really seen too much from them so far. Let me caveat that very, very quickly. We've got a free kick here, Hannibal to take. We've got some big boys up there. It's Carmo off the line, was it? It's a corner kick. Was it goalkeeper that made the save? We've got another chance though. Again, everybody's up there. Solanke at the near post. It's headed away. Can Hannibal get to... Hannibal, run, mate! You could point me. I've got to use the Met cursor, don't I? And, McCrory doing his best to get back. Can he get a tackle in for us? He cannot. McCrory's still there. He does brilliantly. Oh, I love McCrory. And there we go. Do we give them some praise here? We'll go for it. We've got Del Prato with a throw. It's there for Cook. Back to Del Prato. Back to Cook. Del Prato. Cross in. It's headed down. It's Castrati. And Castrati just keeps scoring goals. It was Solanke, I think, with the flick on. And, well, that should do it, shouldn't it? A 12th goal this season for Liram Castrati. What a signing he is proving to be. How did he not work out in Germany? We tried to sign him for last season. It was Solanke with the flick on. And he went to Leverkusen and... Leverkusen got nothing out of him, and I went in for him again, and he's just been absolutely brilliant. I don't understand how he hasn't worked in Germany. He's looking a little bit tired. We don't really have another wide player to bring on, so he might just have to suck it up here for us. And of course, this being a game in hand, we've got Cook looking a little bit tired and on a booking. We've got Sumare who can come on for him. This being a game in hand, this is sort of, points in the bank. There's a stunning pass. Look at that from Cook. Ruiz, can he wrap it up once and for all? No, he doesn't quite have the finish out there. And, this should be this. We're into stoppage time. A very, very solid second half for us after a very, very, very quiet first half. The Edwards injury, of course, now we've got to sort of turn our focus towards that. How serious is it? So, Williams suffers defeat against former club. Edwards is... 4 weeks with physio. So a month. So he's out for a little bit of time there. And a hamstring for Diangana. We have no wingers left. Marin and Mayer are already out. We're out of wingers. We're going to have to go with two up top. We have no wingers left. Because he's gone. We're already without Marin and Mayer. Unless we go with Glatzel as a winger. Or Olive... We're going to have to... We can't play with wingers anymore. Well, that's annoying, isn't it, guys? Wait right there. We'll be back to face Leicester, and we're going to have to change the way we're playing. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to host Leicester City in the Premier League. Now, you can see we've got the Sunday game. We've got one of the last Sunday games as well. So, as things stand, we can't drop any further down the table. That's good. But what we can do is, if we win, is go joint with City on 48 points. Now, of course, goal difference is not our friend this season. But, I mean, if we're equal on points with them, then obviously that is fantastic. Leicester, though, aren't the worst. They want to win, obviously, as well, to push up into the European battle. So it's going to be a big game. We're expecting a 4-2-3, well, a narrow 4-2-3-1, really. Now, we played them earlier on this year when they were playing in this formation, and I really did struggle to get the better of them, and I'm fairly sure they beat us quite easily in the end. But this is the formation we're going with now. As a reminder, we have no wingers. What we have Castrati. We don't have any other wingers. So rather than try and force in someone out of position, we're just gonna play this formation. So it's Bazunu in goal. It's Mb and Carmo as the back two. Del Prato and Timon will provide the width. The McCrory will sit in there in front of the back two. It is Samare, Hannibal, and Cook as the midfield trio. Solanke and Ruiz go up top. And well, let's see what we can do. All right, and here we go. Not too many familiar names. Oh, there's a few, I suppose, that are in their current team, aren't there? All right, what do we want to say to this? Go out there, carry on where you finished off last game. That's what Dirk Mack says. So maybe we go with that. We'll go with that. We'll pump our fists. We'll say we have faith in them. And, well, let's see what we can do. And here we go. We've got a TV game as well. So we can get the nice little graphic beforehand. Yeah, I mean, the wingers it's not great. I mean, we could kind of pigeonhole either Solanke or Ruiz out on one wing and bring on Castrati for the other one. But, yeah, I mean, it's not... We saw Abel Ruiz didn't really play too well out there when we brought him on last game, or when we sort of shifted him over last game. So, yeah, I mean, we should have somebody back soon. I think Marin's not too far away, and I don't think May is too far away either. So it might just be a problem for this game. And the way that they're set up, maybe it'll work out in our favour anyway. Here we go, Del Prato in for Solanke. Back to Del Prato. Can he get a cross in? He does. It's back for Ruiz. We've got Timon in space. Is he going to unleash? Is he going to unleash? He gets down towards the byline. Pull it back. It's Cook. Lewis Cook. He sticks it away, does he? It's not... Well, what's happened? It's an own goal. It is going to count. Well, that's... Don't care who scores it as long as it counts. A third-minute goal, fourth-minute goal even. Lewis Cook... You would argue he probably should have tucked that away from where he was. But we'll get a better look at it here. It's not the it's the central defender. Oh, that's not an own goal, is it? Because it's on target. I think that's very harsh on Lewis Cook. That should have been his first Sheffield Wednesday goal. But as I'm sure he'll say in the press conference afterwards, as long as the team wins and scoring, that's the main thing. But he should have had that goal. Let's see if we can demand a little bit more here. That hasn't worked. But we haven't given them anything so far, which is obviously a positive. We've got a corner here. Can we look to double our lead? Timon, decent ball, Carmo just over the bar. Or was it Ruiz? I think the commentary there said it was Abel. We'll give him some more praise. We're doing quite well. We are pressing them high up the pitch. Just trying to stop them from playing, basically. And, I mean, so far, you have to say so good on that front. It's worked an absolute treat for us. Again, not a great first half, was it? But at least this time we got a goal out of it. I think we've got to say don't get complacent. The amount of times this season we have given away a half-time lead, it's beggars belief, really. So hopefully we'll do a little bit better this time. We'll keep playing the same way that we were because basically there's no need to change. They've not had a highlight. They've not done anything as of yet. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. Here we go. Timon with a throw. Now he's got a little knock there, and he's physically looking a little bit tired. We might need to make a change out there. Now, who do I have to play left back? And B will have to go over, won't he? Which is fine. Del Prato pulls it back. Lewis Cook. Surely this is his goal. There it is. Lewis Cook does get his first goal of the season. This third of the season. I'm assuming two of those were for Bournemouth in the Championship. It was all a little bit easy in the end, wasn't it? Samare out to Del Prato. And, well, look at Cook just ghosting in. Has time for a touch. Goalkeeper will hang his head in shame. And, well, there we go. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, let's get Timon off. I'm going to assume he is hampered. His injury has affected him. Okay, so that means Worrell has to come on for him. We have to switch those two around, and then we'll switch the two centre-backs so that they're on their stronger foot. And that is going to be that. And hopefully that's not going to affect us too badly in terms of the way we're playing here, but it should be fine. We've got a free kick. Hannibal stands over it. Decent ball in again. It's just over the bar from, was that Worrell? I think it might have been Joe Worrell coming on and just missing the target. Cook's looking tired. We have Garner who can come on. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I think what we might do is switch. Oh, I've got to go in here and do it, don't we? We'll switch Garner and Hannibal over. And we'll just switch Garner back to a deep-lying playmaker. He's a little bit better in that role anyway. And with 15 to play, 2-0 up. Hopefully, we're not going to go and throw this all the way. Very good performance from Lewis Cook. Arguably should have had 2 goals. Very, very promising indeed. There's a ball forward. Carmo's there. He wins it. Abel Ruiz picks it up. Goes back to Carmo. To MB. Hannibal's in his way. Don't get caught in possession there, please. He doesn't. He goes back to Carmo. MB. He is more than capable of playing as a left back or left wing back, so there's no concerns there whatsoever. Here we go with Del Prato getting forward. Cross. It's Hannibal. Can Hannibal pull it back? He keeps it in. He does really, really well, actually. Gets the cross in. It's Samare, and Samare buries it, and it is 3-0 against Leicester City. And I tell you what, considering we got forced into this formation, it certainly worked against the way Leicester's playing, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, the problem with playing like this all the time is, A, we become predictable, but B, and almost more importantly, I tell you what, Solanke almost knocked that wide, is that we've basically built a squad to play with wingers, and Edwards and Castrate are both brilliant as well. So that's, that doesn't make it, and it's off the line by Dominic Solanke. Can Abel Ruiz get to it? No, he can't. I'd really like to try and keep a clean sheet here. We don't keep too many, and we're unlikely to overturn. What was the goal difference? Oh, no. Samare. It's from the back. It looked very stampy, and he's got himself sent off. Samare, what's... Okay, well, there's only a few minutes left. We can probably get away with it. You play on support. You do that. That's probably get stuck in being on, isn't it? We'll keep playing the way we are. I don't really see it too much of a need to change. We're not doing badly. We're into stoppage time. The annoying thing, of course, is that's going to be a suspension now for Samare. It's 3 games. Is it 3 games? It's not violent conduct, so it'll just be 1 game, won't it? But we've absolutely smashed Leicester there. That's a really, really good performance from us. Well done, boys. Good result. And Samare, I'm going to have an individual talk to you, mate, because that is... well, it's stupid, isn't it? So there we go. We are now joint 4th with Manchester City. Obviously, the goal difference, as I said, it's not our friend. We've got, 12 goals to try and overturn in the last 11 games, which is going to be difficult. But points-wise, you never know. Look at that, a 10-point gap inside of the European places. So Sheffield Wednesday turned dominance into victory against Leicester. KG press conference from Quinton Fortune is their manager. Nice to hear the name again. Quite a good manager too, actually, isn't he? Samare, it is just a 1-game ban. Okay, so that's fine. We're not going to appeal against the ban. You can have your fine. And Taimon's injury is very, very minor. So that is brilliant as well. Guys, that is it for today. If you've enjoyed that, hit thumbs up. 6 points, absolutely huge. And, well... where does this season go from here? Obviously, it's really disappointing to be out of the Cups, but it does allow us to focus on the Premier League. We can just play our strongest teams in each of these games now. And, well, let me know in the comments how you think we get on. Champions League, is it going to be a little bit too much to ask for? We've still got to play Liverpool. We've still got to play Chelsea, Manchester United, and Arsenal, which are all sort of big games for the teams that are up there around us. So, you'd argue fate is in our hands to a point, but that's also a difficult run in. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back for West Brom versus Wolves, and this is probably a good point to mention as well. We are going to start to need to get nominations in for Viewers Player of the Year. So let me know in the comments or the Discord, or however you want to do it, who has been your favourite or our best player this season. We'll come back for some games in the West Midlands next time against West Brom, and again, we'll come back for Manchester United. So we'll come back for Wolves at home and Manchester United at home. That'll be next time, guys. Until then, Open Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Did I say thumbs up and subscribe? Take care.